And welcome to everybody involved with Equestrian Life and Clip My Horse, as I, Martin Costello, give you my thoughts, my little insights into With One Sleep to Go. It's the pure show jumping about to take place at this wonderful venue, the Palace of Versailles, just outside of Paris. Palace of Versailles, put together in fact by King Louis XIV in the 1600s, and now the home of the 33rd Olympiad. So as we go forward, one round competition for the teams beginning tomorrow night, Thursday evening. See all the action on the Channel 9 live app and Stan Sports. We also have an interactive situation where I can give my thoughts by way of texting and putting up comments on the Facebook page of Equestrian Life, and you will be able to agree or disagree or put your own inputs as we go through the coverage over the next several days of the show jumping from Paris. Now then, some of the teams involved and who are likely to be in the medal positions. Well, let's start with our own girls. The first time ever in history that we've had an all-girls team. Edwina tops Alexandra at her 5th games. And the two country girls on debut, Tyza Irwin and Hilary Scott, from Armidale, New South Wales, and Moree, respectively. Of course, Tyza now based in the US, and Hilary near Valkenswaard in Holland. And what a great story. Hilary Scott on the homebred mare, now 17 years of age, Milky Way. Oh, if Hilary could pull something out of the bag, that is the ultimate fairy tale. Known the horse since the foal and now at the Olympic Games. We'll come back a little bit more to the Australians, but of course you've got the French. The gold medal team from Rio, and now with Julien Epillard and Simon Delestre. Julien in his first games, Simon has been to 2, and of course Kevin Stout, who was a gold medal winner in Rio. And they've got the home team advantage, always go well, the French. The Germans, I think, are particularly strong. Phil Weissart, obviously from the Luca-Bierbaum camp, Christian Kuckuck, and the boy who's really in form, Richard by name, but everyone calls him Richie Vogel, and the outstanding United Touch. What is more to say about this horse? The horse that goes down lines where other horses are struggling on the 6. Richie goes 5 in the first round and 4 in the jump off. Extraordinary. The stallion, United Touch. So he's won a gold at the Barcelona Nations Cup in recent time, but now his friends are calling him the losing €100,000 man. Why so? Because in Aachen, coming to the last fence, this combination had the Grand Prix of Aachen won, and just before takeoff put his hands in the air to celebrate success and had the last fence down. So his friends are calling him the €100,000 man, because that's what it cost him, that hand in the air, 4 faults at the last fence at the Aachen Grand Prix. He's not going to do that again at the Olympics. And in my book, United Touch and Richie Vogel would be right up there in medal contention for the individuals. The Brits, of course, have got Harry Charles. His father was a gold medal winner in London 2012, 25 years of age. Harry Charles, wow, what a talent. Scott Brash, also in that team of all boys with Ben Maher, former coach of Australia, Rob Brown's favourite rider in the world, in his 5th games and the reigning gold medalist. He will have something to say about proceedings. And then of course, the Swedes, the world champions in the team event and the Olympic champion, Rolf Goran Bengtsson, 62, turning 63 years of age now. Famously with Casal, did all his famous work, if you like, in the world, but at 62, turning 63 years of age, a champion to come back and pull it out for the Swedes. Peter Fredriksson, individual silver at Tokyo, and interestingly went around Barcelona as an eventer way back in 1992. So they come in red hot, don't they, in terms of the teams, the Swedes, the reigning world Olympic champions. And of course, they have on board Henrik von Eckermann with King Edward. What is to say about this horse? If Virgil in eventing is a horse of a lifetime, then indeed King Edward is such a thing in show jumping. They come in recent winners of the World Cup final. They are European and world champions. What's more to say about this brilliant horse, King Edward? Can he go and produce a round to knock off the reigning champion Ben Maher, and he too then become the new champion of Paris. That remains to be seen, but they are in for an absolute belter of a chance. Taizo Zukatoni, many of us here in Australia know the 48-year-old. Taizo goes for Japan in his 7th Olympics. And then of course we come back to Australia, because let's not forget Amber Fuller, travelling reserve, and indeed with Nepal Van Talert has some recent form. I'm thinking now of the meter 50 in Rotterdam, the 5-star last month. So travelling reserve, can she in fact ride and go for Australia? Yes, she can. Not so much in the teams, but in the individual to follow. The Olympic ruling is 2 hours out from the beginning of the individual competition. You can replace a rider both either on a form recognition or indeed a veterinary needs. So Amber Fuller still hasn't run her race yet. She can still get a chance to ride at Paris, and that remains to be seen on what the Australian management feel as we go into the individual. So Amber Fuller and Nepal Van Talert can instead ride for Australia. So all up, probably I should also mention the US team, Laura Kraut, Kent Farrington and McLean Ward. And again, McLean looks likely that he could be right up there individuals. Let's have a look how it all pans out. Day one, a first round competition. In other words, a speed class, just one round is what I'm trying to say there. And then the team qualifier. We want the top 10 teams going forward into the second round of a 2-round competition. Australia's best performance in the teams was in fact 7th. We've done that twice. Edwina Topt-Alexander, 9th individually, was her best effort, and still today, going back to 1964, Tokyo, the 21-year-old Johnny Fay and the diminutive Von Vale, still our best ever Olympic performance, with a 4th to Peter Robeson, who won bronze that day. It's all going to pan out the next few days. For me, the intrigue of this whole schedule of show jumping has got to come down to what can Richie Vogel and United Touch do. Everything they seem to touch turns to gold. So it might be appropriate that he may end up on the gold medal podium at the 33rd running of the Olympic Games at this wonderful venue, the Palace of Versailles. Watch out now on the Equestrian Live Facebook page and on Channel 9 for their Live Now app, and of course on Stan Sports. I'll see you there. I'll be there with massive interest with our Australian girls on Thursday. And don't forget, you can join me interactive on the Equestrian Live Facebook page.